Okay, welcome to It's a Good Sandwich. And today we're going to be making one of our household favorites, which is salmon. And these are freshly caught springers. The first thing that we were going to do when we fillet them at the river, we leave the skin on. You can see there's skin on. We're going to take the skin off and kind of trim up this fish a little bit. And if you roll the fish over, you'll see that there's like some brown. And that brown is the fat of the fish. The brown is what makes the fish taste like fish or really fishy. So we're gonna go along and we're gonna trim up a little bit of this, including taking off any skin that was left on there. But all of this is just really, really fishy flavor. Usually right down the spine of the back, you'll kind of see it. So we're just going to kind of go in and trim that up and get that out of there, because it's what gives it the fishy flavor. Some people don't mind it, but we prefer not to. So we're going to trim that up like so, and then we're going to lay that fish into what we're going to cook it on. We got one other fillet here that we're going to do, and same thing. We're going to trim this fish up. Again, and then on the front side, you can kind of see these are some rib bones. We're just going to go through and just cut those off. There's a lot of fat and fishy flavor on the belly as well. You see again here on the back side. We're going to go through here and trim up as much of this fat as we can. And the more you get it trimmed up, the better it'll taste. Okay, so there's our other fillet. We're gonna lay that there as well. We're gonna do two different flavors today. First, I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, so now we've got our two fillets. They're sitting on just a double piece of tin foil that sometimes we'll fully enclose it. We'll get another sheet and we'll fully enclose it. Today we're not going to do that. It cooks much faster if you enclose it completely. But we're going to do two different flavors today. The first one is just a Johnny's seasoning. Put it on generously. And the other one we're going to do is this one's just a garlic and herb on the other one. Okay, then we're gonna load this thing up with butter. Okay, and we got 1 cube of butter. We're just gonna put some of it on it, some of it off to the sides. We're gonna cover up both of these. This fish here, Christy caught a couple weeks ago. So she'll really, really like eating that one. All right, so then we have our butter down. Now we're gonna grab our vegetables. I like to use some onion. You can just finish filling in the areas that don't have any fish. So these areas like this that don't have any onion or anything on them, you can put your extra vegetables on there, and then that way you have vegetables. You don't waste your space that you've been cooking on. Okay, and we're gonna grab some squash. This is just some green squash, zucchini squash. We'll lay that on top. Okay, and then we're gonna give it one more douse of seasoning for the vegetables. So we'll put this one on top of those ones. We'll put the Johnnies on top of the Johnnies. Then we're gonna finish it off with some lemons. And we'll put the lemons on top. They'll kind of just, as they cook, their juices will just flow down into the fish. And we're gonna cook it on the Traeger today. We'll put it out there. I'm guessing it'll take about half an hour to cook it. We will see, but we're gonna put it on the Traeger. We're gonna cook it at 375 degrees is what we're gonna put the temperature at. And we'll let you know how it turns out. Okay, so here's the finished salmon on the Traeger. You can see the vegetables are not burnt, but they're cooked. They're soft. Salmon, I don't have a fork, but I can just tell it's done, but it should flake when it's finished. But it's yeah, this is gonna be a delicious meal.